So hey guys, today we're going to be making some soup. Mark has his famous soup. He's going to share with us some of the incredible ingredients in it. And I had some soup the other day with some friends and some company. It's absolutely amazing. This is going to be a must-try recipe.
Nice.
So share what we're doing here, Mark.
So of course it's the season, so we're coming into winter, and I think most people associate something warm and hearty and good to come to the house to, for whether it be lunch or taking with you to lunch or something nice in the dinner time as well too. Soup's sort of good whenever you feel it. It just really hits the spot, and one of the favorite things I like to make in my plethora of recipes and things that I've created. But I've got a multitude of about 30 to 35 different soups I like to make. So today, these are probably two of my customer favorites and my favorites as well too. We're going to be making a Thai curry coconut and peanut, squash and butternut carrot soup, and then we're going to be making a lime infused roasted red pepper and fennel soup. So we're going to give you two recipes today that we'll go through, and they're both really quick. And what's nice about these as well too, once again, these are one of those recipes that you can make a big crock pot full and do it in your crock pot. You can do it on the stove, however you choose your time looks, because these both are ones that'll be pureed in the end. So even if it's the case that you throw all your ingredients in the crock pot and have it sit there the day and come home and blend it up, you can do that as well too. So there's multiple ways you can sort of roll with this one when we do it. But we're making it into some pots on the stove today, and we'll run through these recipes and show you what you got to do to get some tasty soup in your belly. So welcome, and welcome to Cooking with Oils. And
nice.
We're here and making soups. So. All right, Carlin, so we got our first soup all cooked, and this is our squash and coconut and carrot soup. So we got everything done and simmered, and that roughly in total time, you're probably looking anywhere, depending on your stove, probably about 30 to 45 minutes of cooking time after you've got everything in the pot. So could be about an hour total to make these. But
Smells delicious.
the fragrances are absolutely beautiful in this soup. It's one of my favorite. I just love the aromas of curry and those flavors that come with it. And then once again too, you've got an option for this. We use chicken stock, but you can use vegetable stock in this. So we're gonna make a little noise now. We got a few other things to add in this, so we're doing it. But there's a couple ways you can do this. You can blend in your blender, and you can use a hand blender if you choose to as well too. We're going to use a big blender today, and I just caution you, this is a little warm, so just do it in small batches in your blender. Don't fill it right up and turn it on, or sometimes you can end up with painting your ceiling a little bit. So be careful, but do this in small batches. Cover it up with a bit of a towel, but we're going to get this blended and create some noise in just a minute. So keep you posted, and then we're adding a few more ingredients into it, and we'll show you those as we go through as well too. So awesome, we're on to blending.
extra ingredients after?
Usually if I do anything, it'll be like to top or garnish it sometimes. So it'll just be something to put on the soup. Like you could do like a little mango salsa. You could just do some yogurt with just really simple, some cilantro. Really simple things like that. I always find sometimes with some soup, that little finishing touch on the edge just adds a little bit extra to it as well too, which is really cool. So, so there's our butternut squash soup. We are pureed and ready to go. As you can see, we've got a good 4 liters of soup here, which is quite nice, and you can freeze some of this or have it ready to go. Welcome back, Carmen.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm excited to try this soup. Last week, flavor was absolutely incredible in the soup that you made, and I'm excited to try this one. Last week you mentioned of different options of how you can use the soup and what you can use it in, and can you share a little bit more about
absolutely. With this one, because this is our lime infused roasted red pepper and fennel soup. So this one I really like, and I think one of my favorite as well too with this pureed soup is I actually like to do a seafood dish with this. So I'll usually take prawns and salmon is usually my favorite for this, and then serve it on some nice fine pasta. But I use this as a sauce base, so I'll take and throw my prawns and salmon in a pan, and I'll saute them with some garlic butter and some white wine. And then I'll take and add in a bit of spinach just before those come off with the white wine and stuff. And then you can take and literally dollop this in with a bit of either vegetable broth or chicken broth if you choose to, just to make it a bit more saucy. And then literally you can take and pour it over your hot cooked buttered pasta or olive oil pasta. And you've got a nice entree to serve outside of just being a soup as well. So, and once again, just a nice hearty soup. And I love the citrus notes in this. And especially, I'm a fan of the fennel, and just that little licorice part that it gives us with the roasted red peppers is beautiful. So let's dig in and give this one a shot.
Absolutely, I'm excited.
Good smell. I just love it.
Oh wow! Wow.
I should
That's
like this
incredible,
one.
Mark.
Yeah.
Wow. It has that
very
nice tomato, but it's not too tomatoey.
Right.
Like the flavors are
just a nice
very
balance
vivid.
of the red peppers, just a bit of the balance of the tomato in there, and then you catch that hint of the fennel and then the citrus from the lime and the lime oil and the fennel oils.
Yeah. You really can taste the fennel.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So I really like this one as well too. And this one's a milder soup, so not as spicy. So
this would be an incredible sauce as well as
it really would be. It really is. I mean, it's multiple, even baselins. I've used this before as sauce for pizzas, as well too, as your base for a pizza sauce instead of using regular tomato sauce. And then same thing, serving over top of rice or adding it to roasted cauliflower, things like that, where you're trying to do some non-meat dishes, which is really great with that, especially if you made this with a vegetable base for vegan people out there as well. So tons of options, and always we're a wealth of information when you come to the channel and check us out. And you can always put comments in there, ask things, and we'll always get back to you if you have more questions about ways to. We're always flexible, and I can give you ideas of things you can alter in these recipes as well too. If you have some ideas, and play with them, and always get back to us and let us know how they turned out, and on the oils channel on the show, please. So once again, thanks, Carlin. It's always a pleasure coming into your home and doing this with you. So, and thanks for joining us on Cooking with Oils with Carlin and Mark, and we'll see you again next week.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.